Welcome back, guys. Today I will be talking about the priorities. What are and when and how to use the priorities. The priorities, as we can see them in here, the parentheses and exponents, multiplication, division, subtraction, addition. We use the priorities when we are solving or reducing. How to use the priorities, we will go through some examples in solving and reducing. To solve this equation, we have to go through these steps. To solve this equation, we have to go through these steps, and the first thing we have to deal with is the parentheses right here. The first thing we said we have to deal with is the parentheses, as I just did in here. I multiplied the 2 by 3x and the 2 by -2. Same thing to here. 4 by x and 4 by 2. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times -2 is -4. 4 times x is 4x. And 4 times 1 is 1. 18 goes down as it is. Now once we get this, we gotta go back to the priorities and see what we're gonna deal with. As we can see in here, we don't have nothing is called parentheses or exponents, so or multiplication or division. What we gotta deal with is subtraction and addition. We're gonna subtract or add anything are similar. The similar things we have in here is the 6x and 4x and -4 and +4. We gotta add them or subtract them. To make it a lot easier, you can add the similar things to one side and the other similar things to one side, as I just did in here. The 6 and 4 are the most similar, and -4 and +4 similar. So now I gotta deal with the excess numbers and then just like the regular numbers. So 6x plus 4x is 10x. That's 10x. And -4 plus +4, it's a positive in here, so that's gonna be 0. That's what I got when I add the 6x plus 4x will be 10x, and -4 and +4 they will be 0, so it's gonna be 10x equals 18. So now we gotta go back to the priorities and see what we can deal with. We don't have parentheses or exponents. We have in here multiplication. The multiplication is right here between the 10 and x. It's actually 10 times x equals 18. So what we gotta do, take the 10 to the other side, becomes the opposite of multiplication, will be division. I'll take the 10 to the other side of the equal sign, and it will be 18 over 10. As I said, I'll have to take the 10 to the other side, because right here it's multiplication. I gotta take the 10 to the other side, will be division, and instead of multiplication, it will be 18 over 10. It will be 1.8. That's the final answer for the equation. Let us do another examples for solving. Alright guys, this is the second example, which is square root 2x plus 3 equals 4. Okay, what we gotta do is take the square root to the other side of the equal sign, and then this square root will be gone, and number 4 will be squared. Now as you can see, when we take out the square root to the other side to the 4, and it becomes 4 squared. So we come back to the second properties rule, which is the exponents. We gotta do the exponents first. We don't have parentheses, so we will use the exponents. Now after we take the square root to the other side, it becomes 4 squared. Now what we gotta do, move the 3 to the other side, becomes negative 3. So 4 squared is 16, and negative 3, 16 minus negative 3 is 13. We could divide by now, or we could divide by after we subtract the 16 of 3. I mean the 3 of 16. Now we took the now after we subtract the 16 of 3, we become with 13. Now we take the 2 to the other side, becomes divide by, because in here it's multiplication, so in here is gonna be division. Because 2, it's 2 times x. When we take it to the other side of the equation sign, it becomes the opposite. If it was positive, it becomes negative. If it was negative, it becomes positive. If it's multiplication, it becomes division. If it's addition, it becomes subtraction, and the opposite. As we had in here, 3, it was positive. When we take it to the other side, it becomes negative. Same thing. 2 was multiplication. When we take it to the other side of the equation sign, it becomes division. So 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. So x equals 6.5. That's what we get for example number 2. X equals 6.5. Now we're done with solving. Alright, this is example number 1 of reducing by using the priorities. The first step I took is make the one-part equations two equations, the same denominator. As you can see, 5a negative 1b squared, same thing. Now I gotta solve each equation by itself. The first step we should do is get rid of numbers. 25 divided by 5 is 5 here, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. And then we will get rid of the letters. That's what we get when we get 25 divided by 5 is 5, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now what we gotta do, try to get rid of the letters. We have a negative 1, and in the top we have a 3. So we gotta take the 1 to the top, and we are taking numbers to the top, the sign will be changed. So instead of a negative 1 will be a plus 1, or a1. And then a1 plus a3 is a4. Same thing to the bottom. b2, when we take the 2 to the top, will be the sign will be changed, will be negative. 7 minus 2 is 5, so b will be 5. Same thing to here, 15 divided by 5 is 3. And we have here negative 1, when we take it to the top will be positive, so it will be a3 as it's shown in here. And we have b squared and b minus 1, when we take the 2 to the top will be negative, so it will be negative 1 plus negative 2 will be b negative 3. And the c, we don't have c in the denominator, so the c will goes down by itself as it's shown in here. Now we cannot subtract 5a4 and b5 of 3a3, b negative 3 of c. We cannot reduce them because these are not the same. This one does not have the letter c. This is the difference between them. If we don't have a c in here, yeah, we will be able to reduce them. But we don't have the letter c in here, and we cannot reduce them. With this example, we've done reducing the equation. Let's go to another example. Alright, this is the second example for reducing. As we can see, it has 2 parentheses, and the parentheses is the first step for priorities. What we gotta do is trying to get rid of these parentheses by multiplying them. As we can see, x, we multiplied x times 2x squared will be 2x cubed. And then same thing, x times 7x will be 7x squared. And then same thing, x times negative 3 will be negative 3x. and we gotta do the same thing to negative 2. Will be negative 2 times 2x squared will be negative 4x squared, and then negative 2 times positive 7x will be negative 14x, and then negative 2 times negative 3 will be positive 6, because when we multiply the same sign will be positive. If the sign is different, will be negative. As you can see in here, it's negative 2 times negative 3. So negative times negative is positive. And as we had in here, negative 2 times positive 7, the signs are different, so will be negative. That's in multiplication. Some of you guys gonna say, why don't we give the x squared, because x and x should be squared? No, remember this, exponents will be added or subtract if we have them in multiplication or in division. Now what we gotta do, try to reduce anything in here, the similar things. As we can see, 2x cubed, we don't have any numbers cubed, so we gotta take it down as it is. And negative 4x squared and positive 7 squared are similar. We will try to reduce them. And we have in here negative 3x and for negative 14x, we have them similar, we will reduce them. And the 6, we don't have nothing is similar to it, so we will take it down as it is. This is the final answer for the equation. We reduced it and we end with this equation. This is the final answer. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, you can write it down in the comments section or send it to me to Instagram.